All right, back here after hours. Just a recap of the market and looking at tomorrow's market. It's going to be a Friday. I'm going to be opening up the day with you. Paul's going to be doing something with his son, so I will be opening up the markets with you. Interesting day today and yesterday. Fed meeting, big blast off today. We, as I've been using the word delete yesterday's move, pretty much across the board. Stocks that were ripping higher, ripped lower today. Lots of big reversals. It does not look good typically when this happens. I mean, you definitely feel that, the market got hijacked, got ambushed. The setups were there. We're going to go over that, but I just wanted to touch base on what we could expect tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be quadruple witching, where we have a bunch of option futures, indexes, all these switching or turning over and expiring, and there's going to be a lot of volume coming into the market. And the market's pulled back quite a bit. And this is Rivian after hours right now. Rivian's actually pulled back. But if we take a look at the SPX, this is what I was talking about. This big candle. We're actually going to look at the SPY because it's a cleaner version of this. So one thing I did already point out on this is the Johnson & Johnson. Oh, Mr. Land's still out there. We had this big reversal candle at the highs, and we got a nice pullback from that. And today, basically, we got another reversal candle. We opened up higher, sold off, closed near the lower portion of the candle, not exactly at the lows, but about 50%, a little bit over 50%. This is a classic, what we call a piercing pattern or dark cloud cover. Very similar to what happened on Apple a few days ago, where I pointed that out. I gotta take this. A little interruption. Anyway, we had that big pop yesterday from the Fed, and most of the stocks we look at gave back, if not all, more than what we gained yesterday. A lot of these big stocks I was watching right at the close here, like Snowflake, and man, they just all got smashed. It was that real ambush of the market. Some of these big tech names, they just got. They really did get hit. Tesla, everything. So these are real big candles to the downside. The Apple candle, we were just talking about Apple before, that topping candle where you gap up and you close at the low, it really does bring you, some more downside. Overall, the market tried to get going here, but it failed. It never took out the highs. So we're in a situation now on the SPX. We have this topping candle. We had one back here, and we've had a couple candles inside of it before turning over, and that's we could see a retracement a little into the candle tomorrow, just a little one, a little pop, a little positive mark on the charts, and then before rolling over, or we could do push right back up, and this is just a lot of noise because of the Fed. The Fed is really hard to read on that Fed number, and how that market reacted to that, reversed, and then today gave it all back basically. The Santa Claus rally is something I'm counting on, and I truly believe that's the best opportunity this month. It's going to be right after the week after Christmas, the next week, the last week of December. So going into this, I kind of thought we could get a sell-off scaring us right into Christmas. I don't know if this is the beginning of it or not. Fast review on the ES. ES setups were there. They started last night. Beautiful divergence here. It popped back up. Then there was another beautiful divergence here. Nice pop back up. We look at, and again, the criteria is set. You know what the criteria is, and look at how beautiful these are. Market continued to push all the way up into Thursday morning, early morning. Big pop up here. We came back here about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was actually up. And I didn't get in front of the computer, but I just noticed that the 3 o'clock European Open also gave us a nice divergence, a beautiful divergence, and a big pop up. Then we had a little sell side divergence and a drop. I mean, it was really textbook. Not going into, and then early morning there was a nice divergence here. Right when I sat down, I said, "Watch for the divergence, look for the pop, the retest," and we got that. Took that. Then there was another fast little dip here, divergence, and it popped back up to the VWAP. got overbought and then rotated back down. The overall, the pressure was to the downside, but when you had a divergence, you had these big moves. So the bigger the move on the divergence, beautiful divergence here, beautiful, lower low, lower trend line of a big channel, breakout of the channel comes 9 out of 10 times. Here we had another little divergence right here, a nice pop back up. It's not changing the day, but we are definitely getting big moves, and they're easy to spot. Here was a beautiful relative divergence, or a double bottom divergence, right on the pivot line, and that was at 1 o'clock, and that had a nice little move up. And these are nice moves. I mean, you should be able to get in this 75 to 85. This is like 6 points on the ES, not to mention that we tend to get similar moves on the NASDAQ. I've been trading the NASDAQ a little bit more now, the NASDAQ micros, which is fun. And then 3 o'clock came along. We started selling hard. We bounced a couple times. Don't see the divergence. Don't have to worry about anything. I'm just waiting, and the market kind of closed out here at 4 o'clock, and this is where we left off. So it's coming up on 6 o'clock in about a half an hour. The future is going to open up again, and we'll see if we identify any good setups overnight. I'm not going to be burning the candles much. But, you know, anything in the morning, or actually right when the futures open up at 6 o'clock, maybe we get a trend or a divergence we could trade off of. But just to point out, there were some great opportunities today. Great, simple, easy, income, you know, you just had to be there, and you had to push the button. You had to push the button twice, one to get in, one to get out. And you can automate that stuff, you know. All right, that's it. It's a 6-minute video. It's under 10 minutes right now. I want to send that out. Just kind of say, you know, that's been the focus here. Day Trading Radio. We'll be doing this again tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll see you then.